Hello everybody, my name is Jimmy Ong and I'm a course developer and instructor at Coding Minds Academy. Welcome to another USACO bronze question. Today we'll be taking a look at the 2017 December bronze question, Bovine Shuffle. Here's a question. Go ahead and pause the video and read through it. There'll also be a link in the description below. Alright, welcome back. So the most important part about understanding this very confusing question is understanding how the shuffle works. So here I have an example of what is given, as well as the description of how the shuffle happens, and then right below that description is the same process in layman's terms. So the shuffling process for this problem involves the position of the cows, as well as the value at the position of the cows. So for example, if we take a look at n equals 1, the value of n equals 1, which is a of n, is also 1. So the cow that is in slot 1 will go to the value of a of 1, which is 1. Likewise, the cow in slot 2 will move to a of 2, which is going to be 3. And this is in the forward direction, by the way. So the way that it shuffles is we need to take a look at the position and then the value at that position. So for example, the cow in slot number 3 will go to the value of slot number 3, which will be a of 3 is 4. So if we take a look at the shuffling process, here's what it'll look like. So in the middle, this is the given order. And let's first take a look at what would look like one step forwards. Now keep in mind, we're not trying to go forwards. This is just to illustrate how the shuffling works. Right, so we're taking a look at the given and one step forward. So the cow in slot number 1 will go to the slot of the value of number 1. So it'll stay there. Likewise, we have the slot at number 2. So the cow in slot number 2 will go to the value of number 2. So cow B will move to a of 2 or 3. So then the cow in slot number 3 will go to the value of the slot number 3. So the value of slot number 3 would be a of 3. So that means C will go to slot number 4. Alright, let's see the same process but backwards. So now we're taking a look at the given and then one step backwards. So the cow in position 1 will go to the value of position 1, a of 1 will be 1. So that will stay there. Nothing changes there. So to figure out where B goes, or where B was before the shuffle, we need to see where the position of B shows up in the order. So where does 2 show up in the order? 2 shows up under the 5th slot. Which means in the previous iteration, cow B was in the 5th slot. So now let's see what it would look like. If we are here in one step backwards, and we want to see where the cow will go after the shuffle, B in position 5 will go to a of 5, which is 2. So in the next iteration, B will be in slot number 2. Looks like that. So to figure out where cow C goes, cow C is in position number 3. We need to see where 3 shows up in the order. And 3 shows up right here, under slot number 2. Which means C will be under slot number 2 in the previous iteration. Meaning, if we're currently at the previous iteration and we want to see where we're going next, cow C, which is under position 2, will go to the position of a of 2 or 3. Which means in the next iteration, if we're here right now, in the next iteration, cow C will be under slot number 3. Let's do it one more time. cow D is currently in position number 4 in the given. So to figure out where cow D was before in the previous iteration, we need to see where the value of 4 shows up in the order. And the value of 4 shows up under slot number 3, which means D in the previous iteration was under slot number 3. So let's double check that. D, which is in position 3, will go to position A of 3, which is 4. And that matches up. So that process we did, we want to repeat that 3 more times because that's how the shuffling was given in the problem itself. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the code. So at the very top, we have some data input and formatting, nothing special here. We're just opening the file and then reading in the data. And at the very bottom, we have our data output. This is where I'll be writing to file. So nothing special here. So I would say the hard part of this question is just understanding the shuffle and how that kind of works forwards and backwards. The actual code itself isn't too hard. The most important thing to keep in mind for this question is that whole relationship between the position of the cow and the value of the position. So n and a of n. So first of all, I make a list to hold the order. Then to do the backward shuffle, the 3 times backward shuffle, this is what I do. So here's just a little bit of list comprehension, but what I'm basically doing is I'm taking the value of original 1 of I, whatever value that is, I'll move to it. So this is kind of this nested notation here, where we're kind of flipping back and forth between the position of something and the value at the position of something. And once we do that 3 times, we will have the original permutation. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Alright, this has been another USACO Bronze question brought to you by Jimmy Ong. I am a course developer and instructor at Coding Minds Academy. Check out my blog and resume in the description below. Thanks for watching.